Hey guys, so it is day 8 of December, which is crazy. Okay, so my name is Larissa Joy Gripper. Everybody calls me Resa. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I do have my permit, but I do not have my license. And my mom does not trust me with driving her car by myself, although other people do. And yeah. So anyways, my mom had to study for a test she had to take for work. So we didn't go anywhere today. I actually helped my mom study today. So we just ate and, just relax. Another day of just relaxing. And sometimes that's good when you go away just to relax. So I decided to just come on and just talk a little bit about myself and what I do, just so you guys can get to know me. If you don't know me, I know you guys have already met my dad, Leroy Gripper, who is always with the jokes. And all day today he was like, "Where's your camera? You're not getting this on camera." He's wonderful. He recently suffered from a stroke, so his left side is paralyzed. However, he can move his left leg, and we're praying for him to move his left arm by himself. So yeah, I take care of him. My mom takes care of him, but I help my mom take care of him. And I also have my own business. So there's a lot of things that I have done in my past. And there's a lot of things that I do now. So I am a professional dancer. I'm not gonna say a level 10, like a level 5 professional dancer, because, well, I guess I'm not a professional dancer. I can dance. And I have not danced professionally in years, or trained. I'm not trained professionally since I was like a kid. How about that? But I dance pretty well. My job before COVID, I was a dance teacher in New York City, in a New York City public after school program. Yeah. So I do a lot of, I do a lot of different things, right? So I'm an entrepreneur. I am a dancer. I take care of my dad. I know you probably guys hear me like, I've been applying for jobs. So I have background in administrative assistant work for performing arts, performing arts organizations. And then I've also worked in museums. I've worked as a theater teacher. So basically a lot of things regarding the arts. I've planned a show, ran a show in a school. So you see a theme here. Administration, management, performing arts, teaching, things of that sort. My company is Resa Arts and Entertainment. It is an art management company. So it might sound like I'm blabbling, but this is what my issue is. My issue is there's a lot of different things that I'm capable of doing, and there's a lot of things that people have paid me to do and that I have excelled in. And right now, I am 27 years old. And y'all, I'm struggling because I am gifted in a lot of things. And, a lot of people are like, your gift will make room for you, which it has. And right now I'm at the age where I'm like, okay, I need to, the company I have, y'all, I do social media management. I do so much. And a wise person will tell you that you want to master one thing before you do another thing. And I have mastered a lot of things, but I have not mastered, doing a lot of things at the same time. And so I just want, I need, I'm just like, Lord, what? Like, I know what I want. I know when I want it. And I don't really know how I'm going to get there. And I'm being very transparent with y'all, okay? Like, you hear my voice crackling, I kind of want to cry. Because I think this is the first time me just gathering my thoughts together about my life, being 27 years old, not being where you thought you would be or where you wanted to be, right? So dealing with that and getting over that, and then trying to figure out where do I exactly want to be and what route do I want to take to get where I want to be. Okay, so all I know is that at 27 years old, I'm like, well, right now I'm helping with my dad, so... But soon I would want to move out. Right now I'm needed at home. But it's like, okay, I want to move out and I want to be financially stable where I can afford to live on my own, and not just live on my own, but buy a Gucci bag when I want to buy a Gucci bag. That's my goal, to be able to pay my rent and to be able to buy a Gucci bag when I want to buy a Gucci bag. Y'all following me? And so in order to do that, I have already calculated how much I need to make yearly to satisfy my wants and my needs. All right, well, so with that being said, it's like, okay, how am I going to make that salary? And so I've been applying for jobs in the media field because for the past 3 years I have been doing media and marketing and branding for businesses and brands. And it has been going very well, but I recently stopped doing it because my heart is no longer in it. Okay, me just doing social media management for small brands, it's just a lot of work and not enough pay. And then sometimes you do the work and you're like, okay, I'm doing the work for this amount of money so I can get the experience, so I can charge more. But sometimes that sounds good, but it just doesn't always happen that way. And I feel like it wasn't happening that way for me. I feel like my clientele is good and I still have some of the clients. I still have people who I know they can call on me, but it's just tiresome, right? It's tiring just working for yourself and working for other people and communicating with them and giving them what they want and then not getting paid on time, and then just working extra hard and then they treat you like crap, or it's just like not getting, and then you set your own hours, you set your own payments. So I'm like, I'm not getting enough, and then to find those clients who's going to pay what you're worth can sometimes take a long time or be a hassle. But pause. The number one thing is like, when your heart is really not in something, I know for me, when my heart is really not in it, then I stop myself from doing it because I feel like I'm not going to give it my all. And then I feel like if it's something that's suffocating me, I'm not going to do it in a spirit of excellence because I don't really want to do it and I don't want to play with people's time or money, right? And then when I created my organization, Resa Arts, it's an art management company, and that's where social media runs underneath that. But I made my business to cater to artists and creators. And right now, recently I've been catering to everybody, okay? You got a business, you got a brand, like let me help you boost it, which I have. But I'm just niching down and, you know, doing my target market. So child, there's going to be a lot of editing in this video, okay? The point is, there's so much I can do, and it's like, well, what do I really want to do? And then it comes with prayer, like, God, show me what to do. And then I feel like, even when I feel like God's like, okay, well, just focus on your business, or focus on focus on rebranding and building, you know, what you really want to do. But even with that, it's like, Lord, I need money now. And it takes money to make money. And so where am I getting that money from to make my own ads, right? To make my own. And I'm very resilient and resourceful, but sometimes when you want things right, it does take money. So it's like, God, where am I getting that money to rebrand my business, to launch it? And like I said, some things you don't need money for and some things you do. And so it's like, okay, well, do I work at, and so I've come to terms that it is okay to work part-time somewhere and do your business. At first, I was like, I don't want to work part-time. I want to focus on my business, full entrepreneurship. But I realized that I am not fully ready for that, because with entrepreneurship, there's nobody there waking you up. There's nobody there telling you what to do. There's nobody, like, if you don't do what you're supposed to do when you sign a contract, you might lose out on money. But when you have a boss, or when you're in a corporate setting, sometimes there's more resources. Sometimes you're more focused, right? You have deadlines that you feel like you have to make or you won't get paid, so you do them. I don't know. And I feel like right now in my life, I need that kind of stability. So how do I solve this, right? Let's get to the point of how do I solve this. So I believe in writing everything down. I believe in making a plan, making it plain, seeing a vision, how you're going to get to that vision, creating goals. And as I go into this new year, I can't keep just being all over the place. And when you need money, I'm being very transparent with y'all. When you need money, or when there's I feel like my well has dried up, the spirit of desperation can easily come on you, right? Like, I'm desperate, I'll do anything. And that's a place you don't want to be. You don't want to do anything for money. Okay, you don't want to do anything for money. And then you don't want to do something that's going to take you out of your career choice. So what's my plan? Because I feel like I could work a 9-to-5 and still work on my business. So I've been applying for jobs in the media entertainment industry because that's what I've studied in school. That's what I worked for, organizations in entertainment. This is my career path, and I want to continue in it. I want to continue in it. I don't want to be miserable working somewhere with no shade to MTA, but I don't want to be a bus driver, right? Just for money. But if I invested this time working for other people, if I invested money in school and I even get to graduate yet, and I still owe them a whole bunch of money. If I invested all of this, then this is the career choice that I want to pursue. And some people are like, well, just give it up. And it's like, no. What was the point of me going to school? My parents sacrificing thousands of dollars, me working for people, me interning, right? Me getting paid scraps for the experience. And so I need to organize. I realize even with applying for jobs in media, people want to see your portfolio. And I'm like, I don't want to throw everything that I've done away, but I need to organize it where it seems like I did something. And sometimes the trick of the enemy is to make you feel like you're not good enough or you haven't done anything. You can't keep up with, the competition, and that's the trick of the enemy. And so now I'm just like, what have I been doing all these years? But I've been working and I've been doing things so I need to just gather everything that I've done, gather the reviews from my clientele, and just build it up to something beautiful to present to people, to show what I have done. And my plan is to, number one, if my business is something priority to me, I need to make it a priority to me. I'm literally writing while I'm talking to y'all. I need to make it a priority because my business is not going anywhere. Whether I get a 9-to-5, whether I get a part-time, whether I get contracts for my business, is not going anywhere. So I need to rebrand and solidify Resa Arts ASAP. That's the name of my art management company. So the first thing is Resa Arts solidify. I did, and when you're branching out and doing new things, the spirit of fear can come on you, and I just need to loose that over my life because I did interviews. Okay, I didn't do interviews, but people applied for positions for Resa Arts, and there's a lot of people that I want to bring on board. It's not even about the money. I still need to just reach out and do interviews. This was almost 5 months ago. I hope they're still willing to work with me. But yeah, it's just me okay, am I sure I'm really gonna do this? Am I really gonna offer what I say I'm gonna offer? So just being prayerful about God giving me the strategy and just executing it when it comes to Resa Arts and sticking to it. And so my goal is to do something every day. So solidify Resa Arts. What am I gonna do? Do something. And yeah, I have lists of girl, my to-do list be long. I know what I gotta do. I write down every single thing I have to do before I do it, okay? And that really helps me. So every day I'm gonna do something to advance my business, okay? Now, number 2, I would love to like be a part of a mentorship program, because that's what I think I really need, or a residency, or there's so many great programs out there, and there's so many that I think my issue is denouncing fear. I denounce fear in Jesus' name, okay? And just going for it, because I used to feel like, well, I don't want to apply if I'm not going to get it. And I used to like I would talk myself out of not applying for things because I told myself that I wasn't going to get it, or I'm not good enough to get it. And the point is, what do I have to lose, right? And one thing I learned about applying for things is they ask you important questions, and now I copy and paste them. And so I'm like, this is good information for the future, or this made me think about something I never thought about before. Let me write this down so I can use it in the future, for myself or for my business. I'm going to apply for a residency or a mentorship or a program where I can learn something I never knew before, right? And if it's a paid one, that would be great. That's what I'm aiming for. And so I'm going to put what I want on my list. I'm going to be intentional. You see this, Jesus? Intentional. All right, the third thing I need to do is apply for grants for Resa Arts. So after it's solidified, not after, while I'm doing it, apply for grants and funding. I say this, and these are things that I say I need to do every day. Well, let me just write down my list first. For grants and funding. Okay, cool. Okay, and number 4 is going to be apply for jobs and contracts. So I'm just going to apply for jobs that I like, and then, or contracts. You know, when I say contracts, that means they're booking me for a certain amount of time for a specific job. Contract / freelance. Freelancers usually gets contracts, and depending on what the job is, I am my business right now. I am a staff of 1 at the moment. So, you know, whatever contract I get for Resa Arts, or just for me personally, or a job just for me, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for that. So I have 4 main things that I want to do. I want to solidify my business, right? I'm the GOAT, just so y'all know. Business strategies. I'm the GOAT of business management, okay, of media management. That's me. And I have been successful for it, for myself and other people. And this rebranding, I feel like I'm struggling, and I know I'm struggling because it's not really clear what I want. I know what I want, but it's like the wording, just bringing it to life, right? And just remaining passionate about it enough to just keep pushing. And so sometimes, like, you have to fight for your business. I feel like I'm fighting for my brand. I'm fighting myself to, like, come on, girl. The little vision, the snippet that you have, work on that, like, build that. And I believe that if I start on what God has given me, He will continue to give me the rest to finish. So these are the 4 main things, and I didn't just realize this today. These are things that I've been saying, like, I need to do this, I need to do that. So here's what my issue has been. I'm like, I need to solidify my brand. I still have some clients. So I'm like, I need to do with my client work. I need to find a grant. I need to find a mentorship. I need to find a job. I need to find a contract. So what happens is I'm sitting here and I'm like, I have all these things to do. I have my to-do list. And in my to-do list is list of these 4 main things and sub things to do. And then I start going crazy because I have all these website tabs of like this and a job for this and a grant and this and that. And I'm like, and I get nothing done because then I feel like my head just explodes. And I'm like, oh my God. Like maybe I'll apply to like 1 or 2 jobs. But besides that, I'm just like, I'm everywhere, right? But I feel like I have a pretty solid goals here. I saw this problem of I have these 4 main things that I need to work on, and I end up working on nothing because I'm just stressed out. I'm stressing on one thing. Oh my God, my business. Then I'm stressing on another thing, and then I'm getting nothing done. So what I decided to do was I said, okay, each day I'm going to focus on one thing. Okay, so one day I'm going to focus. I already said I'm going to do a little bit of something for Resa Arts every day. But one day I'm going to do even more. I'm going to focus on Resa Arts as a whole and what I need to do to get that going. The rebrand, the launching of the rebrand going. Okay, on another day I'm going to focus just on looking up internships or programs or residencies or classes, right? Or getting my certificate. There's certain certificates. I want to get my certificate in project management. I want to get my certificate in marketing from an accredited place. So I'm going to look that up, right? Let me write that down. Another day, I'm going to look for funding and just for grants for people in my field. And another day, I'm going to search and look for jobs. So my goal is, instead of trying to do everything in one day and freak myself out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my calendar and rotate every day to focus on one thing for a couple of hours. My sister told me about something about time blocking, which I think will work for me. Have I tried it? I have tried it. And it does work. But time blocking is when you're like from 3 to 5, I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not doing anything. My phone is off and I'm going to just sit here and work on this specific task. And I'm not going to like leave until it's done. That's what time blocking is. And I think that's something that works very well for me. Now, I think I'm going to have to start this. And there's a piece that comes with this plan. There's a piece that I feel like, Lord, I wrote this down. I'm doing this because I don't want to be overwhelmed. I'm doing this and trusting you. Like, God, you see what I want. You see, I told you what I want. I told you what I need. I'm asking you to help me get to that place, right? I'm doing the work, right? And as I pull out this plan, I'm just like, Lord, direct me. And I know that whatever door you open, that's the one that I'm supposed to walk in, right? Amen. I feel God. So, God, this is what I have. This is what I'm doing, and so now I feel a peace even now just talking about it. Like, okay, God, I have a plan, and I'm sharing this plan with you. And guys, I feel like this is the first time I have really did this, because I'm like, yeah, God knows my plans, but it's like, does He really? Like, I think this is my first time I'm writing it down and then saying, God, you see this plan here. I need you to help me with it. I need you to help me stay focused. And I need you to guide me through it. And if there's anything in the plan you want me to change, I will change it. And so now I even feel a peace, like, amen. I feel a peace where it's like, okay, there's a plan. And now, God, I'm just putting my trust in you that the plan will work and that you'll take this walk with me. But I have a peace that's like, okay, I have a plan. And I know that my plan is going to lead me to a stream of income that's going to be continuous and that's going to be consistent. And everything that's not part of the plan, in this season, am just going to have to say, I can't do that right now. I need to focus on the plan. Not all money is good money, and not everything somebody offers you is for you. Some things are a distraction. So if this is something I really want, if somebody is offering me something to... And see, that's really the hard part about like this whole life and walking with God, right? It's like, God, you really have to be in tune with God just to hear Him and figure out what's for you and what's not. Because just because if somebody offers me money to watch their dog, it's like, okay, God, should I do it because this money is going to help me with my business, or should I use that time of watching the dog instead of watching the dog? Should I use that time to focus on my plan, or is it something I can do both? Is it something like while I'm watching the dog, I can do my plan? And so sometimes you really have to just like listen to God and see if it works in your plan. Because if I can watch the dog and time block, then why not do it and get that money, right? And I think that's how you have to think about it. Like, does this opportunity go with the plan that God gave me? Does it go with the goals and the vision and what I want to achieve in my life? Is it going to distract me, or is it going to help push me forward to greatness? And I think that's something that you should keep in mind. So if you guys remember to always write it down and make it plain. You can subscribe to my business website. Okay, I had my website. I had my services, how you go. I mean, my joint is hooked up, but with this rebranding, my website's under construction, which is very new for me because I'm like so quick with all my stuff is usually set up like this. But you can subscribe. You go on my website, you can subscribe to just stay connected, to get a notification about the next big things that I have going on. When my website will launch, when my services with a rebrand will actually launch. And so yeah, I'll be working hard on the back end to provide exceptional service for artists and creators out there. I'm just excited to work for this new thing in my life, and I'm very inspired to move forward. I'm inspired to move forward. And although, like I said, I was feeling very sad, like this is not where I want to be in my life. I've done this, I've done that. Like, where did I go wrong? Like, how do I not know what I want to do when I knew what I wanted to do my whole life, right? Like, what is this? And so even like, do I just focus on my business? But I need money. So like, what can I do to get money? And then I can focus on my business. Then my business life is not all over the place. But come up with a plan. Write your plan down. Talk to God about it. And just stay committed and push yourself so you continue to be great. And sometimes you have to encourage yourself. And I feel like that is where I am. Like, I can't cry. I want to cry right now, but I can't cry. I'm gonna cry to God and be like, Lord, because I believe in crying, okay, and I believe in giving God my heavy burdens. That's why I give it to Him. I'm like, Lord, Jesus, that's just me. I don't know what you do, but do not hold stuff in, because it will literally suffocate you. Okay, stress, anxiety. Tell that stuff cannot live in you. It cannot overtake you. So, tell that thing to go. Say, you gotta loose me in Jesus' name. Anxiety cannot live here. It cannot dwell in my body. It cannot dwell in my household. It cannot dwell in my children. I said no. So release it, whether that's painting, whether that's crying, whether that's dancing. Drinking and getting drunk and things like that is not going to help you, okay? You have to be sober for this activity. You have to be sober to be able to acknowledge your issue. You have to be sober, okay, for this activity. You have to be sober to acknowledge your issues and release them, and to really be real with yourself and to give them to God, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this video. I'm going to say a little prayer before I go to bed. Tomorrow is day 8 of my Vlogmas. It's my aunt's birthday, y'all. Y'all about to see my family. Oh my God. But if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, okay, especially if they needed to hear a message, okay, whether they're entrepreneurs, whatever you do. If you're living life, okay, this is some good tips. I hope me sharing my story and being transparent with y'all will just help somebody else. This blue nails is still on my fingers, hideous. But yeah, thank you. This is Resa from ResaChats. Thank you for tuning into my Vlogmas. I can't wait to see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, I put out the real. I pulled out my good camera for this chat tonight, so it should be looking real good on YouTube, because my phone was not cutting it. I need to get the iPhone 13. There's a lot of things I need to do, and that's why I was trying to, I was trying to drop it low. I'm just kidding. Phone was